Students, this is the continuation video. So now we are moving to see the next heading, inserting column and column break. So column means it's nothing but the vertical direction. For example, when you are writing the differentiation between, so these each and every heading is called one column. So here we are going to start, we are going to learn how to insert a column in a Word, MS Word. Okay, so here I'm going to show you practically. So after creation of some paragraph, after completion of some paragraph typing, so you have to make that particular paragraph into a column. So how to do that? So I can give you one example. You must have seen in the newspapers. So in newspaper, if you have, you can just open it and you see number of paragraphs will be given in a different angle, directions and all. So how to create all such kind of different column, small paragraph and lengthy paragraph, like that. So here I am going to show you how to create a number of columns in MS Word. So I'll just take the same example, the previous page, whatever I was showing all this time. You see this particular 4 lines, I'm just selecting it and I'm going to change it. You can see here the page layout. Okay, page layout tab you click and column option you select, and here you can see 1 column or 2 or 3 or left side or right side or more columns, means you are going to customize how many numbers of columns you want. According to that you can give the number, so that many columns will be created. So for example, I'm showing you here 2 columns. So when I just clicked 2 columns, you see that previous paragraph, it was like one single paragraph. Now it's divided into 2 different columns. This is 1 column and this is the second column. So before it was like that and now it has changed to like this. Understood? So this is what called creating a column in MS Word. So this is what, students, and inserting a column break. So column break, it's nothing but sometimes inserted columns in the Word document are not properly balanced. To solve this problem, we can add a column break. So this is only in the case of the column, inserting column time. If it is not applying it properly, then you are supposed to use this column break option only when it is not working properly. Understand that insert column, this option, if it is not working properly, this insert column option, if it is not working properly, then you have to go for the column break. Okay, fine. And now we are going to see the next heading called inserting page break. So how to do the page break, so that also we will see now. I'll just go back to the previous page, like how it was before, like that I changed it now. All of you see, students, here this you can see here, this is page 1 of 2. So 2 pages in front of me. Okay, so this is first page and after this page is ending here, and this is the second page. So second page, only 2 pages are there. So now I'm going to give you one example, one situation. These 2 lines I want to keep it in this particular page. The remaining these lines, everything, it should come to the next page. How is it possible? So here what I'm going to do is, just I'm clicking, because why I'm clicking the cursor here, hereafter all these data, I want to keep these data into the next page. Understand? So that is why I'm clicking here. So again going to the same page layout and giving break. Here you can see page break option. So just I'm going to select this one. So now you see, all of you see here, this is page 2 of 2. In the second page, the second of line it came. You all remember these 3 lines, it was connected with the previous, but now everything came to the second page. So now you see what is there in the first page. Only these 2 lines. Understand? Only these 2 lines are there in the first page, because after this software Word only I started clicking, and I kept I gave that break option. So after this, whatever the data it was, everything jumped to the next page. Understood? So I'll show you. Before it was like this, you all remember, right? Before it was like this all together, but I clicked here the cursor, then I selected this page layout and break option, page break option. So all those data went to the second page. Understand? Yes. So this is how it works. This is called page break. You are going to break the page, like tearing the paper, like that the data will be jumped to the next page. So whatever I was showing you, the break option from the layout tab, everything it is showing in the book also. So you students, you can go through it. You see everything, whatever I was telling, everything it is given step by step. So the next thing what we are going to discuss is inserting line break. Inserting line break is just a simple thing. So whenever we are writing, immediately after completing one line, just enter button if you give, the next line it is giving. It is the cursor is jumping to the next line. So this is what called line break. And now we are going to see the setting margins. Margins, you know, right? Margins means anything, the space, whatever the space given in the left side, in the top, in the right side and in the bottom. You just imagine you're going to draw some pictures in the chart. So before to start drawing something in the chart, you people used to give the margins in the top, in the right side, left side, bottom, all the sides. You are going to create a line to create a margin. So that is what called a margin. And here we are if we are not comfortable with the book, whatever the margin given in the MS document, if you are not happy with it, if you want to extend the space, then here we are going to use the margin option. That is what called page margin. You see, with the help of the ruler bars, we can increase the margins. So where is the ruler bars and how to change that ruler bar, everything we will discuss here. So how to do that? So ruler bar is presented. I'll show you now. You see, this is MS Word page. All of you can see here. See, I was telling you this page layout tab. In that page layout tab, you can see margin option. Just click here and you will be seeing number of options. I'm keeping it close. This is normal. All the four sides. It's just 1 inches in all the left, right, top, bottom, everywhere. And this is narrow, very small one. And the next one is moderate. Top and bottom is 1 inches. And 7.75 in the left and right. So just like that, different types of margin it will be. So here I have selected this page is in the normal margin only. So if I change the margin into some other, you see the gap is very narrow here. Okay, understood. So gap is became narrow because I selected this narrow option. Suppose if I keep normal, you can see all the sides normal, the same measurements. So this is what called page margin. And now we will move on to the next heading. Now this is called setting page orientation. Students, page orientation is nothing but two options, two different types of positions are there. For example, all of you see here, this page is in the portrait view now. Okay, so I'm going to show you again the same page layout tab, and you can see orientation option. Just click. Two options are there. One is portrait, which is there already. Suppose if you select landscape, the page will be elongated. Okay, so now I'm going to click the landscape. You see how the screen is changing. Can you see? So this is how the directions, the orientation. of the view. I'm going back to the portrait. You see, portrait means, for example, I'll show you, wait. All of you see, you can see this diary. This is called a portrait view, vertical direction. Suppose if I change the diary into this direction, then this is called a landscape direction. Understand? This is portrait and this is landscape. So how which direction you are comfortable with, according to that you can change your page. So that is what called landscape and also portrait, vertical and also horizontal directions. So now we will move on to the next page, and here we are going to see setting paper size. So paper size, all of you know that, right? Pages are in different sizes. I mean, every paper, that size, that is the length and also the height and also the length of the paper, the breadth of the paper, everything is different according to the size wise. So which kind of paper size you are looking for, you can change it accordingly. So here I will show you that also. So I'll show you the page size also, the same page layout option, and here you can see size. You just click size, you can see number of options given one by one: letter, tabloid, legal, statement, executive, A3, A4, A5. These all are the different sizes, various sizes of the pages. So this is the normal one, letter. Suppose if I change, you can see the outer layer also. If I change to some option, the page size, you can see how it's changing from the, see, whatever I'm selecting, according to the selection, everything is keep on moving. The size of the page, it is keep on moving. So now let me keep it in the normal size itself, letter. So this is what the default one, so I'll keep it in the same way. So this is what called page size setup, students. So see, you can see the picture also here. Whatever I was showing, that is what given in the book picture as well. So now we will see the next page.